We are the info. The convo never stops. This is Midland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
The Super Eagles have soared. They are now flying.
Hey sports lovers, are you ready to experience sports like never before? Then make it a date with Sports City on Mainland 98.3 FM, the ultimate destination for every true fan. As we break down the biggest stories, dissect the drama, and serve the freshest takes from the world of sports. With Ken Oᴏᴏᴏ every Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. And don't miss our blockbuster Super Sunday Sports Edition 2:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. for live analysis, post-match reactions, fan calls, and debates that hit harder than the center-back's tackle.
Anthony Joshua, heavyweight champion of the world, coming in here to Madison Square Garden.
From football to basketball to tennis and boxing, if it's got a scoreline, we've got it covered. From the stadium to the studio, from the touchline to the headlines, this is where every fan belongs. Welcome to Sports City. Join the team, join the talk, join the city. Only on Mainland 98.3 FM, where passion meets play.
That would be a moment of immortality that could never be taken away from Tᴏɪᴛᴛ.
You're strong. Die, die, equal, darling, let's go. Die, die, equal, darling, let's go.
Come follow your desire. When there's a will, there's a way. You're the owner of that fire. No one can take it away.
Sweat and blood to write your story. That is how you pave the way.
Highs and lows, all the tears and the pain.
You've been there through it all, been through it all. Just do it again. Now you got to believe, I believe, cause you know what it takes to believe in my dream. At the top of your game, feel it, got everything you need it. Now bring it like you need it.
Everything you need, everything you bring it on, everything you need it. We have it for you over here. Join us. It is Sports City, it is live, it is Mainland 8.3 FM. I'm Ken Oᴏᴏᴏ, and I have my guy in the house. So we've been on the traffic, so we'll say apologies for coming this a few minutes late. We know, of course, you know how we miss you guys. Just 1 minute is something we don't, we cannot say, look, we can't afford. But Jimmy is here. Jimmy.
Yeah, Ken. After
this Israelite journey,
and it's also a real huge one being here beyond the normal. It's a pleasure to be here. It's really a huge one, despite being in the rains and all that, having to go through the Israelite journey. But we are here, and it'll be nice to have listeners be able to stream through.
Yeah,
we are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and definitely they can make the calls and also send messages to our WhatsApp line. Okay. Jimmy just said so. The call line 0913600410. Of course, it is the semi-finals. It is not the semi-finals day, but it is the semi-finals time. The last 104 matches were supposed to be played. 100 has been played. 131 days for the World Cup, but I tell you, there's 7 days to go, which means 24 days has already gone by. 7 to go, 4 matches to go. That is the 2 semi-final matches, third place match, and their final. And I tell you, there is no new faces at all. Your Nigeria is not there. We didn't even qualify. All of us were watching it from home. But for every other team that has been there, they are just participants, because those who have won it before will win it again. For those who have, they say they give. They take from those who don't have to give to those who have. So, will it be Argentina? Or will it be England? Or will it be France? Or will it be España? Who is it going to be? Spain. They won it in 2010. Their only time they won it.
England, 1966, they won it at host. The only time they've won it. France, who can forget France 98? Of course, they hosted. They hosted in 1938 and lost, and hosted in 1998 and won. So you tell you this: 1938 to 1998, 60 years. England hosted 60 years ago. 60 years, we're looking about 60 year circles. 1966 they hosted, they won. But here they are in 2026. They are a step. They are not yet in the final. So will they get to the final? Then we'll talk about their winning. Of course, the Argentines. The Argentines. Let me go back to France, because apart from winning 1998, they won in 2018. They only win in 8. The other host or win when it is 8. So this is not the 8th year. Can they win? They won 98. They won in 2018. So it tells you that something is going on. But then Spain, they don't win in Europe, they don't win in South America, they won in Africa. Maybe when Africa is hosting. 2010, they came for the inaugural hosting of an African country by South Africa, and here they won it by that classical Iniesta goal. But this time around, they are facing the Argentines. How many times? Argentines hosted in 1978. They won in 1986 with the hand of the... It's not the hand of God. The hand of what? Isn't it down? I don't want to call devil, but I think it came out of my mouth. But Maradona outpunched Peter Shilton and said, "I am." When they asked him, he said it was his hand, but it was the hand of God. How can the hand of God for you to commit crime, for you to cheat with the hand of God? But that's Diego Armando Maradona for you, one of a kind. One of the greatest footballers of all time. I mean, he was into a lot of things. Rehabilitation. He uses his gun to shoot, to shoot at journalists. He did whatever. And Fidel Castro said, "This man has talent." Fidel Castro took him from Argentina, took him to Cuba, and then the Cuban government say, "Put you at our own expense. We want to cure you of the drugs that you are taking." Then, when he got cured and he came back to represent them in 1994 against Nigeria, of course, he got into drugs again. And that was how he was now banned. But his life is one life that you have to look at. It's the life of the World Cup. He scored a goal by cheating. And then, few minutes later, he scored the greatest goal in the World Cup when he took home the entire English defense and scored. It is another day, another time. That will be on Wednesday, England and Argentina. Will it be that case? Because let me say this: every time England has played Argentina, there is always a story. Today you have the permanent yellow card and red card. It started when Argentina and England played in 1966. The Argentines, they call them the butchers. I'm sorry to use that word, but that was what they were described by the kind of football they were playing, the kind of football that Paraguay played in this World Cup. That was what Argentina played in 1966. I tell you why. In 66, why did Pele not finish? Pele was injured because the kind of football then was the players were not protected. If you miss the ball, make you not miss the leg, and that was it. So we've talked about the Argentines now because they have won it 3 times. They won it in 78 with Daniel Passarella as the man who led them. They won it in 1986. That was the year of Diego Armando Maradona. Armando Maradona and Argentina went on to play in the next, because that is the only time that two teams, Germany and Argentina, played 2 successive World Cup finals. They played in 86 and they played in 1990. But in 1990, it wasn't them. It was the Germans that took it. So it is 1-1. Argentina took one, while the reverse single or the reverse match 4 years later went down to the Germans. But they waited until 2022. It was the Winter World Cup. It was in Qatar. It was in snow. It was in Christmas. And then the man, they said, he needed a validation. He needed the World Cup to cement his status as the greatest player of all time. Messi, oh Lord, have me. Oh Lord, give us Messi. He took that thing. It was on penalty. Even when Mbappe scored 3 goals. The World Cup has stories. The World Cup has history. The World Cup has panache. The World Cup has the aura. The World Cup has whatever you think that you want to use, to talk about the World Cup. This time around, 4 teams. The team that has won it 3 times, that was Argentina. The team that has won it twice, that is France. And the one that has the lone victory in Spain and England. Who will it be? Who will the cap fit? This is Sport City. This is live. We are streaming live on Facebook. Mainland at 8.3 FM. That is where we are. We are live on YouTube. So you just go there, Mainland FM. Go and check us there. You see us and you follow the tide. Jimmy, who are you, Alan? We look at history. We look at reputation. We look at form. We look at whatever it is. Can anybody stop France? They're trying to do what the Brazilians did in 1994, 98, and 2002.
I am biased towards France, being the fact that you have the African. They could easily have represented Africa. There's the African.
Africans in Europe and Europe in Africa.
They have the DNA. They have the African power. They have quite a number of things. That make one want to resonate. I would even think they are more African than Morocco. But when it comes to what they're able to do on the day, you can see that France, they don't seem to have even moved a second gear. They really have not been pushed tremendously. You've seen other teams that are in the semi-finals being pushed. You've seen England, you've seen Argentina, you've also seen Spain being pushed, especially by seemingly smaller teams, the likes of Cape Verde, Switzerland, Egypt having to really make them sweat for the qualification through the knockout stages. And that says a lot about the French team. When you look at the quality they have, even the coach, you look at the coach, you look at the defense, you look at the midfield, you look at the entire spine of the French team. It's hard to see anyone actually take them out. But you never say never, because in football, you have a bad day, and regardless of what quality you have or you seem to have, you may have your experience truncated. But when you consider the basic 1-for-1, quality of the players, what they have been able to do so far, the fact they've got a Ballon d'Or winner, they have another imperious great already, a World Cup great in Mbappe, Dembele is there. You have in the midfield, you have certain players, even you have a Kante on the bench, and he's not even played. I mean,
Kante, check. They have not played.
Yeah, so
we look at their bench.
Yeah. There's the solidity of the bench on its own. They'll come in and do wonders. Spain, they've been able to team that, just like we say almost always they are there and they know how to really compete. And I think play the threes
on the bench.
Yeah.
Marcus Thuram of Inter Milan. Game where the Egyptians were they were just containing the
Argentines. Yeah,
they were just containing them and say come, and then they hit them on the counter. I think it was that 3-0 up.
Yeah.
That game, it wasn't up. They say somebody got from when they picked that infringement 3-0. And there was no way. Teams have been coming out from 2-0.
It's still down to
game management. Team come out.
It's still down to game management. The mentality has to be right. You saw what happened with the English team yesterday. It's not as if the Norwegian today. Not today.
There was who was the guy that's wearing just number 7? Just number 7 for Norway. When you see. When he's played, this brother has played for Atletico Madrid. He played
Madrid.
He has opportunity to give the pass to Haaland and
Søløt.
I
think it was even Søløt on that.
He was the one that told me
the effort of the entire team.
He was the one that killed Norway because they've got that counter. Right. Yeah. They've gone. I think there was no way Haaland will not bury that goal.
I think he has to be the villain. He has to be the reason why. Because if they buried that game at 2-0, I don't think the English team would have come back. Regardless of how well Bellingham did play, they would have cemented that place.
Because that would have given even
Haaland would have gotten the impetus to go further. Absolutely.
Had it been they buried that goal and it became 2-0,
yeah.
I couldn't sing that. Remember that was in 93 when we were trying to qualify for France 94. When Samson Siasia had that opportunity against Cote d'Ivoire to give the ball to Yekini, and he did not.
He got best.
West Ham pulled him out. Your job not be to score goal for now, that to create goals.
Yeah.
I mean, he just cost Norway that opportunity. That is a golden opportunity.
But I think Norway will go out, with their heads high. They really have done well the way they played all through the competition. Apart from the fact that
the console say they won't go with their head high. They won't go up with cup. They never knew they could go to where they were. And then